It's Joe and welcome to Joe Talks Football today on Transfer Deadline Day, 31st of August. And we are here with special guest, Christopherson, back for the second time in a row.
I am here again. Pleasure to be on the show.
He came over, so here we are. We are doing one of these. And today it is, as I mentioned, and you will have read in the title, if indeed you are listening to this, that it is Transfer Deadline Day.
Unless you're an Arsenal fan, because you won't do any business.
In which case you're carrying in some sort of cupboard somewhere.
But it's a Thursday, the weekend, Sue.
Yeah.
It's nice weather. So.
And there's no Premier League this weekend, so you don't have to cry about losing to Burnley quite yet. But there is England, so you probably cry about that one too. So, anyway, movers and shakers so far. I'm going to slowly die during this. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has signed for Liverpool, and Sergio Aurier has signed for Tottenham, which are the major deals so far. What have you made of these two?
I think Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think he was offered 180k a week at Arsenal, and he turned down a new contract that was forced to with Liverpool. I think he's on like 130k.
Yeah, he took a £60,000 paid wage drop to be at Liverpool.
And I think that doesn't bode well for the football club at Arsenal. I mean,
it says quite a lot in a day where people are quite money obsessed.
Yes.
That he has chosen not to be at Arsenal.
And he started all games this season, so it's not like he's been strapped to the bench on. But I mean, will Sanchez stay probably?
Yeah, it's looking like they're going to keep Sanchez at least for another season, and then lose him for zero money.
Which will probably actually be worth it.
It's probably good because if they don't keep Sanchez, I can see them battling for about 10th spot.
No, but it's Arsenal. I mean, it signed Lacazette, and it looked to start the window like with Lacazette and Sanchez, they could really be challenging.
Say Kalishnik as well. Yeah. They're looking good, and haven't brought in anyone else.
They've now been linked with Draxler. Which I don't see why Draxler would go to. I don't see why any player would go to Arsenal now. I think the Oxlade-Chamberlain summed up. If you want to go to Liverpool, it's a new team.
There's no Champions League there either. They don't really have. They're not in good form. There's not a whole lot of exciting players. All the exciting players are in the last year of their deal, and Sanchez.
No, but you've also got to consider like Champions League football obviously is the main qualifying factor for a lot of players. But United managed to sign Pogba last summer without Champions League football, but this is a rebuilding process.
But there was a vision to Manchester United at the time where there doesn't appear to be one at Arsenal as they crumble in Wenger's doddering years.
Arsenal, or what we're seeing now, is a nice meme on Facebook, put it this morning. It's the first time where the manager is dressing and they're going to change
they get rid of all the players.
Exactly, as opposed to the manager. Which is interesting because obviously Wenger loves the club. He's been there for so long. He's brought huge success to them. Let's be fair to the man. Getting top 4 for like nearly on 10 seasons in a row is fucking epic.
He's been a good manager, but all of his success was admittedly 10 years ago. He hasn't won a Premier League title since about 2004 something. So it's not like they've been winning everything and suddenly dropped off.
The thing is, when Guardiola moved to City, I thought he'd have moved to Arsenal because obviously Arsenal's not such a big club, but the football Wenger tries to play recently, especially when you see the Jack Wilshere goal years ago past.
Yeah,
it's of this passing and moving football, which is very much what Guardiola's trying to do at City. But obviously City's just counter-attacking now mainly.
Yeah, I think Arsenal kicked themselves because Wenger signed a new deal, and then one day after Thomas Tuchel quit Dortmund.
Yes.
So the best manager will probably be available. They've now got their man for 2 years, and it's uncertain who will be available when he eventually leaves, because surely that club of a good size to drop a manager will probably bring in Tuchel.
But that being said about Liverpool, I mean, I think Liverpool really, this year, they might not challenge for the title yet, but there's something happening at that football club really gearing them towards becoming stronger.
They look like they're going places. Got Naby Keita yesterday for next summer. For about 13 million less than they offered.
Yeah, we did a good deal.
Leipzig clearly shown that they want at least one season where they're actually going at the Champions League. Who themselves signed Kevin Campbell this morning.
Yeah, but we saw that with Leicester. We saw Mahrez still stayed, but Kante left. And I think because if the team comes up so quick and then wins the league and then goes to the Champions League, I didn't want to have the whole squad who won the league.
Yeah, you want to keep the players who have done this. Speaking about Mahrez, he is currently in an airport in Paris instead of travelling to, I believe it was supposed to be Zambia, with the Algeria national football team, despite the fact that Leicester received no firm offers for him.
Well, so he was trying to push through that move to Arsenal at the start of the season. I mean,
Roma as well, yeah. And he's on alert in case something does happen.
So I don't really see a team which would really desire him now, because in terms of, you think Arsenal would have maybe gone for him, but I think if they're keeping Sanchez, he's not getting in the team.
There's a Sanchez replacement, certainly, but they do have Reece Nelson there, who we all know is the Ballon d'Or winner.
He will be, or maybe next year. We'll see. But interesting.
If the vote's rigged again.
Apparently, City have offered Sterling plus cash, cold hard dollar. Yeah. Sanchez. Now, if I was Wenger, I'd be looking at this deal because Sterling, he's a Premier League proven player.
He's still trying to up goals to his game as well.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's not really too injury prone, and he is 22 years of age. And if you sign him on a 4 or 5 year deal now, you're gonna get a lot from him.
You're gonna get 70 million next year.
Well, probably. But the problem is that Sanchez, he looks like he's going on a free next year, and where he'll go, that's going to be down to him. I hope it's Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to be a Man City, but then that might just be because Man City was the only ones willing to actually pay money.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because I mean, he might even go back to Spain or something.
He could go to PSG.
He could go to Juve or Bayern. Yeah, because I mean, he's that quality player. He'd walk into any team.
Truly world class. Yeah, there's stats behind, say, Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, of course, but he's certainly second tier world class player.
That being said, I think Arsenal aren't going to be able to bring in a Neymar, a top player. They're not even going to bring anyone named Sanchez style. I think the Lacazette was a good signing for them. Mesut Ozil a few years ago he was a top caliber signing alongside Sanchez.
But Ozil certainly is a Premier player and quite worked out in terms of his work rate.
No, but with Sterling, that's sort of the top caliber player they're realistically going to get. Yeah. So I'd go for it.
As you say, if that was an actual offer, that would have been quite a good one.
If I would have gone, say, Sterling plus 25 million.
For a player with 1 year left, and a player with multiple years in like Sterling. And also Sterling, he wasn't certainly not a guaranteed starter at Manchester City. So
it'd be a good move for Sterling.
He could have been open to the move to see where he could go with Arsenal.
Another really interesting one which just popped up. It looks like Swansea are going to be signing Renato Sanchez on loan for 1 year, which
probably the craziest.
I think it's actually a really good move for all three parties involved.
It certainly makes sense because Ancelotti and Paul Clement worked together for so long.
Yeah.
So Sanchez isn't playing for Bayern for whatever reason.
He's not playing at Bayern because he doesn't quite fit into the current midfield.
Yeah.
I mean,
we all saw the player at Euro 2016.
He's an incredible talent.
There was, in my opinion, their best player at that tournament. Ronaldo was the fight at the races the entire time, and Renato Sanchez was excellent. Yeah. And he got that move to Bayern.
I remember he got subbed on. It was the game against Croatia. I was watching that fairly close down round. His work ethic was just phenomenal. Yeah, he's a young player at tournament. He's going to run his socks off. But it was just really similar to Kimmich. But him to Swansea, I reckon he'd do well in the Premier League.
Well, he's now certainly if he signs for Swansea, he's the key man.
Yeah, and so, I think that would be really good for him to grow his career, because I reckon
confidence-wise,
I wouldn't want to sell him as Bayern. I wouldn't want to sell him because he's such a talent. But a loan sort of, ideally without an option to buy, or maybe with a buyback option if we do agree to sell him. He made that move a bit too early, the big club.
Maybe, but he was always going to leave Benfica because Manchester United were circling as well.
Yeah.
And after his Euros, he wasn't going to stay around in Portugal.
No, but I think if he goes on a loan move, and he gets a lot of time in the Premier, he might develop into quite a physical player. He might become like Ronaldo did later on. I'm not saying he's the new Ronaldo, but he's Portuguese, he's good at skills.
I'd say he could certainly be a Pogba type player. In the way he can get box to box, powerful runs with the ball.
Obviously, I'm not comparing him to Zidane here, but that sort of role, the iconic number 5, sort of being very good going forward. He's pretty brilliant going forward. He's fast.
We've all seen exactly what he can do.
Yeah,
and now he just needs to replicate it. Obviously, would have played very well at Benfica because Bayern signed him even before those Euros. Yeah. So he was obviously there. He got himself into the first team for Portugal and was excellent. And then had his year at Bayern, and he's out of the Portugal squad and was even on the bench.
I think the reason he had gone as Bayern teams is Bayern just have such squad depth, and Thiago had probably one of the greatest seasons of any player in Bayern's recent history.
Yeah, but Thiago was excellent. Arturo Vidal, he can't drop. Xabi Alonso.
Well, he's retired now. But
his last season.
The thing with Bayern is because obviously he's got Kimmich as well. It's just they've got this huge
squad. Corentin, Tolisso.
He's been looking fantastic.
Rudy, who just signed as well. So there's quite a lot of
it's just such a strong depth, and you don't want us to really see any of those players go.
Yeah, including Foot Sanchez, because he's as good as he is.
Yeah.
But it looks as though that one's going through this afternoon.
And I hope it does. I think he'd be fantastic to see in the Prem.
Yeah. I obviously very much want to see him, because when he did that, I love the way he plays.
Yeah,
when he's
it's exciting, isn't it?
And he gets the ball, he makes stuff happen, and that's what everyone wants to see.
I think there's a huge lack of players who do that, especially young players. I think Dele Alli, he's really done that for Spurs.
Yeah,
around the team. I think Dele Alli, he's this young player who's actually made the breakthrough into the starting lineup of the team, and we're seeing that quite rarely at the moment, aren't we? But we're seeing players sort of develop at little clubs and then eventually towards the end of their careers get signed up. There are exceptions, of course. There used to be a lot more.
Tottenham was very good at bringing people through.
Yeah.
Obviously, Marnie has meant that a lot of players.
Chelsea as well, but they just never end up playing for Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea developed so many good young players, Lukaku included, of course, that much nice.
Sturridge as well.
Yeah, Sturridge was there.
I'm glad he got his goal against Arsenal as well.
Yeah, that was quite a funny one. In the England squad again, because he's not injured for one.
When he ended himself against Bayern. Oh, no,
but fortunately, for maybe not fortunately for Chelsea, fortunately for the young players at Chelsea, they've got a small squad depth problem currently. There was out their bench, roughly 80% of them from the academy.
Yeah.
At the weekend against Everton. So there's a lot of quality in there.
Conte never wanted to sell Matic, and I think actually Matic at United, the way
they probably shouldn't sort of
the way he's played so far. I mean, he's really allowing Pogba a lot more freedom, and Pogba is that sort of player where he is world class. He's fantastic in making things happen. I mean, just the through balls, the way he pings it out to the wing, and his understanding.
Pogba started unbelievably well.
Yeah, but I think that is because he feels he can be much more free because he
doesn't have to defend. So the goals people complaining he wasn't getting, he's now getting.
Yeah, and I think Matic is, in terms of hard defensive midfielder, one of the best in the world, alongside maybe Vidal.
His former team, of course, almost good teammate Kante, and maybe Busquets.
Yeah. Well, Busquets doesn't do as much attacking. He's not as physical, but I think
he's very good at winning free kicks.
You brought on Kante. I think Kante and Keita, who we're now going to see in Liverpool. Both of them have this unique playing style. There's no one else in the world who does it. Whereas Kante's more just a workhorse and winning the ball back.
Role.
Yeah. Exactly, sort of. But Keita's more also going forward. He offers more going forward. It's brilliant seeing both in a team. But
because we've all his performances are like if he gets the ball, he can move it. So he's sort of like a mix between a Kante and a Renato Sanchez.
Yeah, and he's a fantastic player. And the fact Liverpool have got him next season 48 million, okay, that's actually very good.
49 is good value in the current market. And
especially considering the fact they were offering 75 million, they didn't want to lose him on a free, but they still wanted the player, and they're willing to sign him properly. Good business for Leipzig.
Yeah, and also Liverpool haven't got in Chamberlain, so the midfield role is strong there, because that apparently is the reason he's not Chelsea.
But I think it'll be interesting for Chamberlain and then where he's going to play, because I could almost see him playing more as a fullback and attacking fullback. He's not going into that front three, I don't think.
I think
he's quite a physical lad.
He says he's been brought in. He signed that because he wants to play central midfield.
Well, he's still so young.
Because Chan's good. Henderson's good, but he's consistent in the way that he's never spectacular.
Well, as we learned on our last FIFA game, Jordan Henderson is an absolute king.
And Jorginho Wijnaldum, who is very good, but maybe slightly defensively inhibited.
Liverpool, what Klopp did at Dortmund as well when they got to the Champions League finals, he had this sort of a squad of about 16, 17 players who would all amalgamate into a starting 11 and would work really well together.
You can swap in and out.
And I mean, you look at the front three, and like they started the game against Arsenal without Coutinho,
and they
did not need Coutinho in that game.
No, and they showed that, and they beat Crystal Palace without Coutinho, and they scored 3 against Watford without Coutinho.
I mean, obviously Coutinho, when Barcelona come calling, you've got to think, they go Barcelona. But we'll see what happens.
Will that one happen? And we will see what happens later on the day. This has been Joe and Philip. Check out his history tonight, which is a lot of fun. Auf Wiedersehen indeed. This has been Joe Talks Football on Transfer Deadline Day. See you next.